That's terrible.
Central Texas is currently under a renewed threat of dangerous flash flooding, as heavy rains have caused the Lampasas River to rise rapidly. This sudden surge of water comes less than 2 weeks after historic and deadly flooding swept through the Texas Hill Country, claiming at least 129 lives and devastating multiple communities. First responders, still engaged in recovery and search operations from the prior disaster, now face additional challenges amid this new weather threat. In San Saba County, the situation escalated early Sunday when the Lampasas River near Adamsville increased approximately 14 feet within a 2-hour window, prompting local authorities to issue a flash flood emergency. The Colorado Bend State Park area has also been significantly impacted, receiving between 6 and 8 inches of rainfall by morning. Local meteorologists, including Adelaide Rose from Fox 7 Austin, have warned that more heavy rain is expected to fall throughout the day, urging residents, especially those in southeastern San Saba County under evacuation orders, to immediately seek higher ground and avoid dangerous floodwaters. San Saba County officials have been proactive in closing multiple roadways due to rising floodwaters. The sheriff's office has repeatedly emphasized a critical safety message for residents and travelers.
It has now crossed 190.
Charlie, he got behind your barricade, sir.
This directive is aimed at preventing tragedies on flooded roads, which often become submerged suddenly and can sweep vehicles away. County Judge Jode Foley took to social media with urgent pleas for evacuation, specifically advising those whose homes were damaged during last week's floods to vacate without delay. In a public announcement, he warned residents not to remain in flood-prone areas past early Sunday afternoon, anticipating rapid river rises and widespread road closures. Meanwhile, across central Texas, weather officials have placed large portions of the region under heightened flash flood risk. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, warned that the soil remains saturated from recent storms, creating conditions ripe for swift runoff and dangerous flooding. Forecast models indicate that the most intense rainfall likely occurred just before sunrise, with storms gradually moving east and southeast. The Guadalupe River, a major waterway through the hill country, is expected to rise quickly, posing threats to nearby communities. In Kerr County, one of the hardest-hit areas during the July 4th floods, officials sent out code red alerts to residents, warning of potentially life-threatening conditions. The sheriff's office advised anyone living near bodies of water to immediately move to higher ground once rain begins. Kerrville, the county seat, has been a focal point for rescue and recovery efforts since the initial flooding event. This Sunday, however, all search operations along the Guadalupe River were suspended temporarily due to the renewed threat of flooding, with officials prioritizing safety for rescue personnel. Volunteers were also instructed to cease independent search activities to avoid putting themselves in harm's way. Heavy rain and floodwaters have led to widespread evacuations in multiple counties. The Kempner Volunteer Fire Department reported evacuating 2 RV parks and instructed elderly residents living near creeks to relocate for their safety.
This is down at the Colorado River at Sulphur Springs Camp, at my little camp. I've got the river about 3.5 feet from getting in my little cabin, and we are stuck here. There's no way to get out. We can get to high ground real easy, but there's no way to get out of the camp because the roads are washed out. Cherokee Creek is on a tear. We can go to high ground real easy.
Roads and low water crossings have been closed proactively, including key county roads near the Lampasas River, where water levels have nearly reached bridge decks. Video footage shared by local fire departments show rapidly rising waters, emphasizing the severity of the threat. State leadership remains actively engaged. Governor Greg Abbott confirmed that rescue and evacuation operations are underway in several counties, including San Saba, Lampasas, Menard, Kimball, and Sutton. Rescues continue as the storm system impacts more areas, with dozens of Texans having been saved from floodwaters by mid-afternoon Sunday. Emergency management officials are coordinating efforts to reach affected residents, and shelters have been opened to accommodate those displaced by the floods. The San Saba Civic Center is serving as a hub for aid and relief, providing shelter and support to evacuees. The flooding situation has also affected surrounding counties, such as Kendall and Menard, where some evacuation orders are voluntary but still strongly recommended. The weather system responsible for these events remains stalled over Texas, trapped between two high-pressure zones. This configuration fuels repeated thunderstorm development and prolonged heavy rain, with forecasts indicating that this wet pattern could persist into early next week before finally easing.
This is a wash off 501 between Bend and Cherokee. This is not even Cherokee Creek. This is just a wash.
So unfortunately, the river came up last night. It's about maybe...
Emergency crews in areas like Waco and McGregor have responded to swift water rescues involving stranded motorists. These operations highlight the widespread impact of the flooding stretching across central Texas. For instance, fire departments used boats to extract a driver trapped in a vehicle submerged on a flooded low-water crossing of the Bosque River,
Cherokee Creek,
showcasing the ongoing hazards posed by
Bend
rapidly
and
rising
Cherokee.
waters. Local officials have gone to great lengths to alert residents. In Kerrville, authorities conducted door-to-door notifications and pushed emergency alerts to phones to ensure everyone was aware of the risk. The Ingram Fire Department, which covers communities east of Kerrville, ordered evacuation of search crews from flood-prone river corridors until the threat subsides. The department also warned residents to stay clear of riverbeds and flooded roads, underscoring the dangers of underestimating these conditions. The National Weather Service has reported major flooding on several rivers. The San Saba River reached 27 feet by early afternoon Sunday, while the Lampasas River near Kempner rose above 33 feet, approaching record levels. Moderate flooding has been noted at the Leon River near Gatesville, Cowhouse Creek near Pidcoke, and the Llano River near Junction. These elevated water levels have prompted mandatory evacuation orders in many affected areas to safeguard lives and prevent further damage. The summer of 2025 continues to be marked by flash flooding incidents that have proven deadly across Texas. In June, San Antonio saw over 7 inches of rain in a few hours, causing multiple rescues and at least 13 fatalities. The July 4th floods in the Hill Country remain among the worst in recent memory, with search and rescue teams utilizing helicopters, boats, and drones to find survivors and recover victims. The new round of flooding further complicates these efforts, forcing a temporary halt as safety remains the top priority. Authorities are urging everyone in flood-prone areas to remain vigilant, avoid flooded roadways, and adhere strictly to evacuation orders. Officials stress that even a few inches of fast-moving water can be deadly. The combined effect of saturated soils, additional heavy rainfall, and already high river levels creates an especially hazardous environment. As of Sunday afternoon, emergency operations continue in full swing, with local, state, and federal agencies working together to mitigate damage, assist displaced residents, and prepare for ongoing rain. Forecasters expect rainfall totals between 8 and 10 inches in some places, with isolated spots possibly receiving even more. This poses a sustained threat to safety and infrastructure, making preparation and caution paramount for communities across Central Texas. Thank you for watching and staying informed with us. If you found this report helpful, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. We bring you timely updates on natural disasters, weather emergencies, and breaking events from around the world, helping you stay safe, prepared, and aware. Turn on notifications so you never miss an urgent update. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next report.